It's the Vegas Toy Squadcast, starring Vegas Toy Squad.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 26. We are so glad that you joined us. My name is Rick.
I'm Frank.
I'm Rob. In the back we have
Hi, it's Patty.
Patty and our special guest today,
JJ.
JJ. Proprietor, co-proprietor, would that be accurate?
Co-owner, co-founder. Yeah.
Co-founder of Grouchy John's.
Grouchy John's Coffee.
The place we all go for our coffee.
Some big syllables there.
And other stuff. So we'll talk with JJ about Grouchy's and some other stuff.
Some other things that got going on.
Yeah. But first, what's new?
That's why I tripped up, because I wanted to go right into...
Yeah.
There's a lot going on as far as new stuff coming out this week and next week, and all the hype around certain movies that are coming out. So before we start talking about Grouchy John's, let's talk about what's got you guys excited this week, and what are you excited to see?
Well, I don't care about any of the movies or anything that's coming out. The only thing I care about is Game of Thrones. Who's with me? Anybody?
I do care about Game of Thrones, but I also care about the movies.
Game of Thrones, the movies I can do without. Shazam, we're going to see Shazam.
Right, we got tickets.
Friday. And that I'm mildly interested in.
If you're listening, Rick is holding up a Shazam figure that I'm sure we'll hear about.
Well, it's not just Shazam. It's
Shazam dolls.
It's the 2-pack.
How many of you are Game of Thrones
Shazam and Black
fans
Adam
from the beginning?
Oh, well, yeah, right.
There's no one just binged lately and.
Well, no, we're binging now, but it's the second time around, just so we can catch up.
Just to catch up.
It's even better that
I know a lot of people who never watched it, except now it's the last season. They're just now catching up. You know what I mean? But I've been there from the beginning.
Yeah, me too, right here, bro.
Yeah, so from the I waited for every new episode every week. Every cliffhanger.
That's right.
So
huddled by the fire, waiting for winter to come.
Right. So I have kind of Game of Thrones fatigue.
No.
Because I want to watch it, and I'm gonna watch it, but I don't care how it ends. I just want it. I just want it to end.
Care how it ends.
I absolutely care how it ends.
I don't care.
Jon Snow all the way.
Oh, all right. I don't have a team.
Did you read the books?
Oh yeah.
So
I'm
know
in.
how it ends.
I'm in.
Well,
I'm in. No, it's past. It's past all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's past all that. So
He hasn't finished the last book.
Yeah.
Right?
But I'll be there. No, he hasn't. No, the last book isn't finished.
So the last book could veer from what the showrunners do. They've talked about that. They don't know.
Right. Right. So.
Well, I care. But yeah, that's.
I mean, I care. I want it to be good, but I don't have a team. I'm not on a team.
Has it ever not been good?
No.
That's the thing.
It's been great.
We were talking about every single episode from the very beginning up until now has been stellar.
Even ones that focused on some lesser characters, or were just a whole action episode.
You can't say the same thing about too many other shows that have gone 8 or 9 seasons.
I really can't.
It's because there's just so many characters, though.
That's just it.
Is that a criticism?
No,
you don't even watch.
I watched.
You don't even watch.
I've watched all the beginning.
He just rewatched it. He told us.
I've rewatched this series probably an embarrassing amount, probably close to 4 times.
All right.
Wow.
Yes.
I thought you were.
So he's most excited about Game of Thrones.
Yes, he's very, very excited about Game of Thrones.
There are a lot of characters, but I think that each character has substance, from the small characters to the really big ones that get top billing. That's my take on it. Watching it a second time is like every character matters. Every piece of dialogue counts. There's not a single wasted line in the entire show.
Yes. You want to repeat our favorite line?
Oh, no, I can't say it. You say it.
There are a couple of lines there in that show that that stick in your head, and you just, but you can't repeat them on a family-friendly podcast.
That's true. That's true.
Could beep it out. I'm joking. You can tell me later.
It's about...
The dwarf lives until we find a sea merchant. Cock merchant.
For roosters. They were looking for roosters, but that's the way they said it.
What was the one that we heard last night?
Oh, I can't. I don't know right now.
There's too many quotes.
Yeah. So, anyways, I had a little hunt this morning, a mini haul I was going to show. I bought some Obi-Wan Kenobi Black Series for $4, if you can believe that. I've been looking for, just because I bought one without a lightsaber. I've been looking for just the lightsaber. I just spent $4 for the lightsaber. So there was that, and then so I got 2 of those. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know why I buy some of the stuff I buy. Mega Blocks, but this is Leonardo.
Yeah.
And it's a little Leo figure, and he's got. Do you know why it says 67 on his shirt?
I don't know. Looks like he's in a go-kart.
Isn't it
No,
like a
because I
little racing
think
go-kart?
Yeah, because that's for the new Nickelodeon Turtles cartoon. So.
But see, that's when I was born,
Oh.
and I'm a Leo. So Leo 67.
So it spoke to him.
So
So
it
your
spoke to
spirit,
me, and it
your
was only-
spirit animal is Leonardo from Ninja Turtles.
It was only $4. Hey, for $4, I'll
I
take
think my spirit animal wins.
Or Leo.
And then remember this when I brought the Superman one on, and it wreaked all kind of havoc here.
Yes,
in the
I do
thing?
remember that.
It's a little floating
Batman head.
floating
You
drone.
busted that out. I
Batman
thought
drone
you
thing.
just wanted the battle to happen here.
Well, I was gonna charge it up, but I thought last time I did that. Last time JJ, I had one of these things of Superman, and he flew and he started knocking some of my Boba Fett stuff over. Almost cost
We can't
me.
have
We should have a battle. We can
yeah.
call it
Superman versus Batman.
Battle of Martha's Boys.
We'll do it outside though.
We can do that.
Call it Sons of Martha.
Sons of Martha.
I guess that's it.
Why did you say that name?
Awesome.
That was pretty cool.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
And I got Frank a couple of ATSTs.
Yes, you did.
So.
Yeah, interesting.
Yep.
Can't wait to see what you do with those.
So, what are you excited about, Frank?
I'm excited about a lot of things. I'm really excited for the movies and the Game of Thrones coming out. It's so exciting. Like it really is. I'm really pumped for all these things coming out.
April's a great one.
It really is. And then I'm also excited about this. I talked about it briefly last episode, but this here is the Nintendo Switch. And
Frank is showing his Switch right now.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
So
no.
you got a Switch.
Yes,
He
I
did the
did.
podcast lean in.
Yes, yes. But I got this, and I got it on Mario Day on March 10th.
Mario Day.
The Mario
Because
had a
it's
day.
the initials
I
are
didn't-
MAR, and the 10 is Mario. So
I
they adopted it
didn't
as Mario Day.
know that.
Nintendo adopted it as Mario Day, so.
It's a phone with joysticks stuck to it.
Once
Kind
again,
of,
Luigi
because
gets left.
What's really cool about this is you can play it so many different ways. Like each one of these is a separate controller, so this will prop up here, and you can play like this. Like
Oh, okay.
you can play these games on this little one. But then also like while you're playing it, like I could go home and just put this on the slot, and it will just pop up on my smart TV. Like it
has like a dock or something?
yeah, it has a dock there, and it pops right up on the TV, and I can start playing it and say you want to watch something. I pull it off, and I can just keep playing it here, and so you can just go back to watching TV.
Holy
It's just
moly.
really neat. There's so many different ways you can play it.
That
You
can
just-
save every relationship. That's awesome.
I can save every relationship.
But the kids love it too. So the nieces and nephews. So I've had to bone up on my skills because I'm getting destroyed every Sunday when they come home.
Man.
That's awesome. Well, I want to check out the Switch sometime.
Yeah, but that's probably the biggest thing I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Marvel Ultimate Alliance to come out for that. It's supposed to
That'd
be
be fun, yeah.
exclusive for
I
the
heard
Switch,
that's
so
really
that'll be
cool.
cool.
I heard this
That
is
was
going to
a
be
good video
amazing.
game.
But we shall see.
What's this? On
This
the table.
is we can talk about that later. We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
We'll talk about this in a little bit.
So if you're just listening, Frank has in front of him some kind of Lego display.
It's a MOC
Mock.
That's right.
with a mug.
My own
An
creation.
With a mug,
MUG
yes.
and an MOC.
Okay.
There you
So,
go.
That's
That's
right.
The mystery will have to remain
All right.
till later.
What's
That'll
got you
keep
excited
people
this
into-
week?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just excited to be here.
The highlight of the week, huh?
Yeah.
Being on the Vegas Toy Squad.
Made my Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, we have sound effects. Look at that.
All right.
What about you, Rick?
I'm excited for the movies. I'm not that big of a Game of Thrones fan. I've went up to season 4, and winter still hadn't come. So I'm like, all right,
You were done by then.
I was done by that. I get to 4 in a lot of things. I got to the 4th book in Harry Potter, and I was done. And yeah, so 4 seems to be my stopping number.
Yeah, but you went back to watch all the Harry Potter movies. And
The movies, but not the books. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
So I'm going to say that must have to do with your attention span.
hey, say what you like. Anyway, but I'm excited for Shazam coming out. So
Yes.
that's why we got this there. Longtime fan of Shazam, but also Black Adam. So I'm hoping that there's some kind of little teaser or something, because they've been teasing that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will be playing Black Adam at some point. So
I know
that would be cool.
You've mentioned Black Adam before, but in case somebody's new to listening or watching, or especially for me since I've kind of forgotten.
Or
can
they're
you-
sitting here on the panel and have no idea who he is.
Exactly. For those individuals, could you just quickly recap?
He's
Black
like
Adam?
he's his main bad guy, Black Adam.
So he's
Similar powers to Captain. Well, he was Captain Marvel. Now they call him Shazam. Similar powers to him, except his are based on Egyptian gods, whereas Shazam's powers are based on the Greek gods.
So they're saying Egyptians are evil and the Greeks were good?
Exactly.
No,
There's
not
the
necessarily,
black and
because
white.
Black Adam isn't the kind of character that you can. He does some villainous things, but he's also the leader of his own country. So a lot of times the things he does is to help his people and his country. So he's another one of those kind of like anti-hero type guys.
So it depends what
It depends,
perspective you're
exactly.
coming from, that he might be doing it for the
From
right
a
reason.
certain point of view.
There you go. Yeah, from a certain point of
Didn't
view.
Obi-Wan say that?
I believe so.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
But that's what Shazam comes from. Each letter in his name it's an acronym for a particular Greek god that he gets his
Shazam?
powers from. Yeah. So
I didn't
How
know
did
that.
I not know that?
a lot of people don't know that stuff.
Yeah,
Though.
you
Is
got
that
one.
in the TV show?
It was part of the TV show, yeah. So
I
yeah.
can't remember that.
So watch for that when you see the movie. But I'm excited just because it's getting such great reviews, and the DC Marvel or the DC movie universe hasn't done that great. So hopefully this will
They need this.
that'll spark them up a little bit.
The DCU.
And then that's it, the DCU.
Could Shazam end up as part with the Justice League in that?
He has before. He's been
okay.
part of the Justice League before, but so has Black Adam. He's been in and out of different groups and everything. So
All right.
Actually, it would be the DCCU.
DCCU. Oh, Cinematic Universe. Yeah.
Wow. That's legit. Do you have tickets yet to go see it?
No, I don't think it's going to be a sellout. So I'll be.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
We have a little spot that we go to on premiere nights that is kind of low key. So
It's kind of amazing.
yeah, it's really amazing how few people are there. So it's nice.
There was 4 people in the theater when I went and saw Captain Marvel.
Yeah, we saw Captain Marvel
Opening
opening
weekend?
night, and
In
there was
3D. It was amazing.
yeah.
It's pretty incredible. So,
All right.
yeah.
You want to share your fishing hole with the rest of us?
No, not on here. Not on here. I'll tell you later.
I'll
You can
do it.
private
We'll even
message
invite
Ray.
you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We'd love for you to join us all.
So there's
Exactly.
6 people in the theater?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know?
Wow.
Once we hit double digits, though, we'll have to find a different spot.
It's still easy to find a spot, even if
It
it's double
is.
digits.
It
there.
is.
The whole entire theater.
But then we got Hellboy coming out,
Yeah,
and
I really
then
want to see that.
that looks awesome.
the big one, all the hype, is Avengers coming out. So I'm
When's that?
super-
April?
Yeah. And
Did you see the new trailer?
Not
No,
yet.
Frank doesn't see trailers.
I don't see trailers at
Yeah,
all.
Frank does not see.
Oh,
trailers.
you want to go in cold?
I have to.
Frank
I've
lives
explained this to
his life
everybody.
like that.
Okay.
Spoiler free.
All right.
Yes, I live it spoiler free. Star Wars ruined it for me.
Okay.
Ever since.
Uh-oh. Are there spoilers on there?
There is.
I got a spoiler for Rick too.
yeah,
It's a double
this
cross.
I was able to get one of the new Avengers Lego sets that came out this week.
Ooh, wow.
Target had it on special, and it's funny. One of my former students worked at Target, and it wasn't on the shelves, but she was there, so she called him back to have him bring it up for me.
Were
Hey, I didn't know you had a connection at Target.
Turns out.
And Frank's not looking
He's
at the
been
box
saying
because
that.
he doesn't want a spoiler.
Well, you know what?
There's really no spoilers here because it's
It's
just
a bunch of Iron Man.
it's just the Iron Man lab. So
Well,
Don't
here's a
look,
funny
Frank.
story, though. Here's a funny story. Rick here works with my wife occasionally, and he told her about this and showed her the set. So she made me go buy it last night.
Oh,
So-
wow.
Here's the spoiler and the double cross here.
Oh, wow.
oh, he's already got it
You
built.
built it? Or
Wait,
you
you bought it-
I already built it.
You bought it last night
Yes,
and built it?
and
and
built it
worked-
last
wait.
night.
He pulled an
Man.
all-nighter, I think is what he's saying.
You worked
Did
today,
you
right?
sleep?
Or did
Of
you?
course I did. Of course I did.
Wow.
So if you're watching, here's the box, and then there's the
That's a cool
box.
set.
It is a really neat set. Like, it's Iron Man's lab, so he's got all of his suits up there. And now I just have to find one without the minifigs so I can just build more Iron Man lab.
Wow. Here's a double cross for your double cross.
Oh, that's dirty.
Wow.
Holy smoke, that's humongous.
Wow. All right, please
That thing
describe.
We're gonna
it obscures JJ.
Tell us what took over the table, please.
He put out his little Iron Man lab, so I had to pull out Voltron.
Yeah, so put your dirty minds at rest. It's Voltron. It's a Lego. But it is enormous.
I was able to pick up the Voltron Lego set finally, and it was pretty cool.
I was there when Rick pulled out his Voltron.
With blazing sword.
And I was really impressed.
Definitely a cool Lego set, though.
Especially when everything came together.
All right, let's put it away.
Oh, yeah.
So to speak.
How long did it take you to build that?
I tried
Hours.
to make it last as long as possible, so I did one line a day.
One line?
Lion.
Lion.
No, not line.
Yeah, he was doing lines.
Not lines, no. Lions.
Okay, it's gonna last.
I did a line and then worked all night on it.
There's 5 lions, so we did it.
Does not endorse doing
Oh, man. All right, so should we get to the topic then? Was that enough tomfoolery?
What about, we forgot Patricia.
Oh,
what
that's
she's
right.
excited
Sorry.
about. We forgot JJ.
Well, I
He's
thought she
got
chimed in with his...
Oh, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, he was... Yeah, we
And I
asked
am
you,
looking forward to
remember?
Hellboy. I really want to see it. I'm a big fan of Guillermo del Toro's work, but
Yeah.
I want to see what the new one looks like because the trailer looks very exciting.
It does. It looks really cool. I agree with you.
I'm not gonna lie, I peeked a little bit. I didn't watch the whole trailer. I didn't realize what I was watching.
Brain.
I didn't realize what I was
Man.
watching. And I was like, oh my god, that's why it's so awesome.
So we'd probably all agree, out of at least the April releases, we're most excited overall about Avengers Endgame?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or are
Probably.
Yep.
you most excited about Shazam, Robert?
He's going to fall asleep
Yes.
in both, so...
Yeah, either one, it's a nap for me. So.
Especially with Avengers Endgame, because it has been confirmed 3-hour
3
runtime.
hours.
Oh, yeah. I'll be up for at least an hour then.
No, we're gonna keep you awake. So I'm just saying, I'm
She
real
pokes me
excited
through
about
the whole movie.
all the movies. Well, and if we go to the Galaxy, I can mess with his seat up.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are my tricks.
Just when I start to fall asleep, my seat jerks.
Yeah. So I miss the movie because I have to
unique.
keep nudging you. Anyway, what about Us? Did anybody see Us?
My son did. He liked it a lot.
I
He said it was
loved
really good.
Us.
I did not.
So fun. I want to talk to people about it. Did you see it?
Not yet, but I'm going to.
I will be seeing it, but
I'm a Jordan Peele fan.
yeah.
I'm an even bigger fan after.
And I just found out Twilight Zone has been released on the CBS
Yes.
All Access, so I'll be binging that soon.
So you have to have their app or their...
Yeah,
to
unfortunately,
subscribe to
you
their-
do have to be an All Access subscriber to see
So does
it.
that mean you have to pay?
The first 4 episodes
It's like,
are
yeah.
on YouTube right now.
Oh,
The
okay.
very first 4 episodes are streaming on YouTube.
Oh, okay, so you can...
Legally or illegally?
Legally.
Legally,
They
okay.
put it out there because they really
Just
think they
checking.
want the CBS app
You have to.
to succeed in this.
Like they did
Oh,
with
cool.
Star Trek Discovery. I think they
Yes,
put that one
that's
out
right,
for
that's
free.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Interesting.
I just heard about
So we're
that
gonna
this
have to
morning.
pay for all of these
Yep,
stations?
a la carte.
$6
Welcome to the
a month
future.
for CBS All Access.
But why don't they just put it on CBS? Pick a night, pick a time slot, stick it on or CBS.
I wasn't in those meetings.
Because nobody watches...
I don't know why.
This is infuriating.
People don't watch regular terrestrial
No, we
television
need to
channels
fight
anymore.
back.
Fight the power.
Fight back.
Gosh dang it, that's...
Well, I mean, do you already have cable still?
We have cable.
Well, then you should be able to have it. CBS should be free then.
Well-
Most cable companies have their digital things online, like at least my subscriptions have in the past.
Not if it's an extra deal. Who knows? Somebody comment and tell us what the deal is. We were talking about Mandalorian, and we're not going to be able to watch that unless you subscribe
Unless you get
to
to
the
Disney, yeah. Disney
uh,
streaming
Right.
service.
streaming service.
that's
How can you
different.
not though? That's all Marvel.
Oh, that's still
that's
okay.
different.
All right, it's
Oh,
different if it's
No,
Disney.
No,
You've always had to
that's
pay for
not
Disney
true.
Channel.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, remember? You always had to.
Like, you had
We're,
to-
all,
But
we're
that's
used to
what I'm
paying for
saying.
Disney.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Channel 8
No
or
kidding.
like CBS we've had since I was a little kid. It was just part of just regular television.
Now
It
they
wasn't
want
a
you to
paid
pay.
channel.
Well, that's just the regular CBS. This is bougie CBS.
It should all be CBS. So anyway,
Will it have boobies? Just to put it frankly and plainly.
Will it be R-rated?
If I'm paying for CBS streaming,
Yeah.
that's something
There
I
at
require.
least needs to be topless
Yeah.
nudity.
Wow.
Right?
I don't
don't know.
but we can
Cursing,
watch
violence, and nudity. What else do you pay for
everything
TV
that's in
for?
Nudity?
Nudity?
Full frontal. Yeah, we're gonna go full Monty.
Game of Thrones also.
Send your comments to Robin Frank.
Yeah, Ron wants full Monty. He's not
Courtesy of
pants.
So one last thing.
Just left the banner.
One last thing that I just feel since I'm all fired up now about this CBS business.
Woo.
Did anybody watch The Walking Dead season finale?
I did.
Are you not a Walking
And-
Dead dude, JJ?
I'm not a Walking Dead dude. Not the TV show. The original comics.
Okay.
I'm a giant fan of.
You're in good
Yeah,
company.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Francis, thoughts?
Where did they go? Tell me where they went so I can.
They went down a toilet.
Well, we knew that when they blew up the
This
bridge
flush.
and
See,
Rick and then the helicopter.
They got to the Pike scene, the
Oh, the heads?
one before.
The heads?
Yes, the episode before. They didn't end
Yeah,
it with
that should have been the season
That should have been the
finale.
season.
That should have been the season
But
finale. Yeah.
instead,
They went out with a snowball fight.
yes.
Oh, all
It
right.
was a very
It
touching.
was
and
winter
moving
time,
scene.
but I just
Oh, maybe it was an homage to Game of Thrones because winter's
well,
coming.
they were all excited that
They're
they got to
both-
make these freaky frozen
Yeah, winter
zombies. I'm like, that's been done.
Yeah.
But I mean,
This is a
they're
long
still
time
in
ago.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Does
Well, no.
Georgia get blizzards like
Well,
this?
they're like more. They're closer to DC now. I don't know. They film all their stuff in Georgia.
Yeah,
I don't know
but-
that they're actually in Georgia.
I don't think they're
They've
in Georgia.
migrated.
Like they've migrated up north.
Yeah.
Well,
more
I
so
have no idea
north.
where they're. But
'Cause
this is
there's
the
a coast
first
somewhere.
time they've ever had snow.
Well, they've had like in the comics, they've had snow. Like there's plenty of
But in the
winters in and out, but
television show-
they film in Georgia, like you said. So I mean, it's not like they have that many winters over there.
I was so peeved at the
She
end
hates
of
snow.
this.
I just
Wow.
I didn't think it was the
It was
Put
greatest.
snow in your
ridiculous.
television snow.
Unless
show,
it's
forget
Frozen
about
because
it.
that's Disney.
The absolute. Well,
No, it was just another
Frozen's not
episode.
my favorite. But honestly, I
Finale it
think
was not. Was it just
was
another episode?
the
Yep.
worst.
It was a weak.
It was just
ass.
another episode.
The worst
Yes.
episode and the worst finale, I will say. It's
Finale,
the
I'd say yes,
absolute
the worst finale, but it was just another
Nothing
episode. There's way
happened.
worse episodes in Walking Dead than the episode.
Ugh.
Like I thought it was cool how they introduced like how zombies would function like in the cold.
Yeah.
I thought that was a neat introduction. How they hit them in the snow though, like and all of a sudden like, oh no, there's a pile of zombies under the snow. Like I thought that was a little weak,
But the ones that were out of the snow were frozen, and the ones under the snow were able to move.
Yeah,
So I thought,
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I,
There.
you know what I was shocked about? That nobody fell through the ice.
I kept expecting.
I'm like,
it.
somebody here
Well,
comes the
that might be a
inevitable fall through the
spoiler.
ice scene
Sorry.
because somebody always breaks
Sorry.
through something
Right.
and falls through something. But
So not to go on a whole tirade, but I just need to say, because people who've been watching or listening know how I have a love-hate with these last few seasons. This one, just I don't know that I will return, and that
Oh, you'll
kills
return.
me because I love the overall
I can't
idea
stop
of the
watching
show. But I think I'm
too
maxing
far
out.
in.
It's like we can't stop, but all of our enthusiasm is gone. Like we haven't watched The Talking Dead for weeks.
Yeah, I
Because there's
think
nothing to talk about.
I've lost interest.
It's like there's no interest there.
And I'm a huge Chris Hardwick fan. It's like I don't
You know
even want to
what?
watch The Talking Dead anymore. So I think we
I
better
watched
be
him.
done. There's enough to watch. There are other things we want to watch. So this will open up our week.
I watched them actually the last two last night, and the one where they kill a lot of characters. Let's just
Yes.
say that they kill a lot of characters in this one episode, but none of that cast that died was there because they're at some comic convention.
Oh,
so,
really?
So you normally have
yeah.
the people that die there, but these people, some of them are big names.
Yeah, so they
Bigger
go
names,
down
but-
there. Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed who they killed though too. Like I
That's
was like,
funny.
I wasn't.
there was way bigger names to kill though. Like in the
Oh,
book,
yeah,
like in the
no, I
comic,
mean-
like it's catastrophic. Like
Yeah,
it's
the
like
comic, it's like,
you're
yeah.
like throw
I
the
wasn't-
comic book down. Like they did it. Like here it was like
I wasn't disappointed in who
some
they
of them
killed.
was like
like-
yes, like some of them you're like thank God.
Yeah, everybody who died, I was like, we could totally do without them. That's the problem. Is like they didn't take anybody who was, who really meant
Yeah.
anything. In my opinion.
So they play it too safe, I think, and that's the difference between a show like that and a show like Game of Thrones.
And the difference between that TV show and the comic.
There you go.
Also way
So
true.
that's it. That was my rant. Thank you for letting me go.
All right. Whew. I've never seen her
Thanks for
that
joining us.
spicy before, man. Wow.
She's salty.
I know, big time. All right, so anyway, our main topic. We are here to talk about one of our favorite places to go to, and probably out of everything that we talk about on the show, it is probably the place that gets the most shout-outs.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Virtually every episode,
Well, we're
we
used
say
to
something
consuming,
about.
Yeah.
All of our biggest things, Vegas Toy Squad was
Started
at Grouchy John's coffee shop. I mean, we were throwing ideas around, and we were like, "Hey, let's do this," and we were kicking around names, and then every meeting we've had there, and it's kind of been our unofficial or official home, I guess.
There you go.
So thanks for that.
Well, thanks.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we've done one thing right. It's bring all you guys together.
And it was probably, I mean, there was another place there. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another place there that I had been to a time or two. Did you ever go to that place?
It was Saxby's.
Saxby's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's something, it's just like you'd go there and it was quiet and you'd have your coffee and but there's something about Grouchy John's. What the heck is it, JJ?
It's a place. When we opened that place, I just wanted to make it as comfortable as possible and a place where I would want to hang out, since necessarily I was going to be there a lot. So, so I made it as comfortable as possible for me, and I think that that's translated into a comfortable place for everybody else. I try to make it as welcoming as possible. We it opened in 2012. Grouchy John's has been around since 2010 as a company. We started as a catering service, really. Then we opened into a trailer and kind of rode the food truck wave for a year, and then we opened the shop. We took over a closed Saxby's location over at Maryland Parkway in Wigwam in 2002. It opened in March of 2012, and so we just celebrated an anniversary recently. And it's been going strong ever since. So we now have a second location. We've graduated from the trailer into a truck. In fact, we recently said goodbye to the original trailer, which we're a little sad about. But it had reached its lifespan. It needed to be remodeled or replaced, and we opted to replace it. So, and it grew from a company that was just the co-founder John and I to we've got 55 employees.
Wow.
So in two locations.
In two locations, and the truck. And so we would never have dreamed that we would still be doing this 9 years later. It was just something that we thought we would do until my partner found a job. So so
I guess you found a job.
So I did find a job, but we've tried to keep it as comfortable and as friendly as possible, and we recognize that that we're part of a pretty thriving community. I mean, the community has embraced us, and I really don't have an explanation for that. We opened the doors, and people have been coming in ever since, and we couldn't be more grateful. And guys like you, regulars, we have a lot of regulars, and
it's like the Cheers of coffee shops.
We try to make it like that. Yeah, absolutely. We want everyone to come in and be comfortable.
People call your name from across the room.
Across the room,
yeah,
that is true.
So that's not a bad model to have, and we're happy that it's grown like this.
And you've dubbed that community the Grouchy.
The Grouchy Nation.
There you
That's
go.
right. So there's no papers needed. Everyone's a citizen as soon as you walk in the door. So yeah.
I like it.
Right. So one of the things that obviously attracts people. I love to sit. I go in the back. I have my little corner table, and I like to sit and watch the store while I'm there. And one of the things I love to see is when people who've never been in come in for the first time, especially little kids, and they just immediately their mouth. Jaw drops open and they just look around, and I mean, there's toys, there's art, there's, explain a little bit about kind of the decor in there and where that sprang from.
It's all organic. It's pretty much community driven. So when we first opened, we reached out to a lot of local artists because we had empty walls, and so that took on a life of its own. When once the word got out that we would accept art from just about any local artist who wanted to hang something in our shop.
Now, is that how Vinci wormed his way in there, or did you know him first?
Tommy Vinci was actually, so that's an interesting story. So when we first opened the shop, our first brick and mortar location, we had originally kind of made our bones as a trailer, doing the monthly the First Friday festival in downtown. And so we had gotten to know over the course of that year that we operated as a trailer a lot of artists, and we had been telling people, local artists, hey, we're going to open this shop. We want art on the walls. You can come hang art. We won't charge commission. Come and hang the art, sell it, just so we have something local on the walls. And the first 2 weeks we were open, not one artist showed up. We had empty walls. And then someone, a customer came in and said, yeah, I know this guy who lives down the street. He's an artist. Would you be interested in looking at his art? I said, yeah, send him in. And he came in, and it was about 2 weeks after we opened, and I talked to him for about 10 minutes, and he said, you mind if I hang some art? I'm like, please do, the walls are empty. Mm-hmm. And he went out to his Jeep, and he came back in and filled one corner with a bunch of his art, and he's been there ever since. Yeah. And that's why he did the mural in the back room. And so Tommy's been an integral part of our growth, and so he's kind of our artist in residence.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
You'll see his work in episode 24. When we filmed at Grouchy John's, that wall that we were in front of, that was part of.
That was our background.
Yeah, that was part of Tommy's stuff. Yeah. And I just recently noticed as I walked around my house that he's the artist I have the most of.
Well, he's a great guy. And he, one thing that I really appreciate about Tommy is that he's a real professional when it comes to his art. He accepts commissions. He will literally paint and decorate anything you give him. I've seen him do surfboards. I've seen him do guitars. I've seen him do rhino heads. He's painted people, So and he's always game to try something new. So he's a real asset. Yeah. He's a local treasure.
Cartoon Man. That's what he goes by on Instagram.
Right.
And good guy.
For sure.
Related, according to him, maybe to Leonardo da Vinci.
That's certainly the name he chose professionally. So
that's a good story if you ask him.
That's a story that we're all going to go with until proven otherwise. Right. And then the Star Wars stuff in the shop came about. Yeah, there's a ton of it.
There's a ton of just loose. There's some vintage stuff in there. There's,
right.
A lot of.
And so that came about because when we were just a trailer, it was just John and I in the company. He had put out this little figurine of Darth Vader, and he kind of jokingly referred to it as the patron saint of our company.
He's pretty grouchy.
And John can be pretty grouchy, and there's a reason we're named
Vader.
Oh, great! Yeah, true. So when we opened the shop, we put that figurine out, and then a friend of ours put up that charcoal drawing that you see up near the cash register. So those were the only two decorations we had in the shop. So, but as people came into the shop, we had more and more customers. They would see those two things and go, "Oh, you guys are fans of Star Wars," and who isn't? So they would start bringing us stuff. And so none of the stuff that's currently in the shops is ours. And none of it we bought or collected. It's all stuff that people have brought in. And it's just taken on a life of its own. And a week doesn't go by that someone doesn't drop something off.
Yeah. Where's all the Boba Fett stuff, man? That's what.
Nobody, because he's such a high sought-after character.
I don't think people let go of their Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There's tons of pops in there too. It's funny how many pops.
Right.
How many pops you guys have just randomly on different shelves.
And the books.
Yeah.
Tom.
The books.
Yeah. What's with the books there?
So the shop came with a bunch of shelves, and we were a fledgling company. We didn't have a lot of merchandising, but I had a ton of books, and and reading, sitting down, relaxing with a book is kind of in keeping with our business model. So we just filled those shelves with books and told people, read them, take them, swap them out, and we've operated as an informal book swap ever since.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So
I found some killer stuff in there.
Yeah, people come in and so they borrow them, they bring them back. I tell people, hey, if you see a book that you're interested in reading, take it. You don't know if it's going to be here. It's not something we exert any control over other than just straighten the shelves.
Right.
We have, crates arrive weekly, and then, books just go out constantly. So
That's neat.
it's something that we encourage. So.
Very cool.
Very cool. And what about the drink names? So there's got some interesting specialty drink names.
So when we first opened, we'd been operating for years at Trailer, and we had a couple of specialty names, but almost none of them were Star Wars names. That came as people started bringing in Star Wars stuff. Customers going, hey, you should have Star Wars named drinks if you got all the Star Wars stuff in the shop. And so that's how that started. We pretty much allow our regulars, if there's a drink combination that they order all the time and it catches on with other customers, we'll go, hey, you can, what do you want to call it? You're the first person to order it. You're the one who kind of made it, gave it a place on the menu. So what name do you want? And there was an old regular named Dorian who would come in, and so he would get this drink that was a white chocolate and coconut syrup. So and that was his drink. And so I said, hey, Dorian, what do you want to name it? And he goes, well, it needs to have a Star Wars name. I think I'm going to name it the Jedi. And so I said, okay. And then, of course, the natural compliment to that was, well, there should be a Sith, and then, let's make it with dark chocolate. And so, and it just, once we put those two things on the menu, it just took off from there.
So, am I the only one who thought when you were going a different direction when you said his name was Dorian and his drink had white? Did you say
white chocolate?
White chocolate and
Coconut.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking it was like something black and white, and it would be a Dorian gray.
Oh,
But that wasn't.
You went.
little literary.
Yeah. So yeah. So don't we have someone here among us who is responsible for a name of one of your drinks, or was that a tall tale you told?
That wasn't a tall tale. The Chewy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Rick came up with the Chewy. So we.
I didn't come up with the drink. He just let us taste it. And then I was like, "Oh my God, you should call this a Chewbacca."
That's right. So we play one of the drink ingredients we work with is Trader Joe's cookie butter, which is, if you've never had it, you really need to try it. Yeah, it's really rich and sweet, and it mixes well with coffee. And so I was playing around with the flavor combination of white chocolate and cookie butter, and Rick came in and tried it, and we didn't have a name for it. So you're the one who named the Chewbacca.
The Wookiee cookie.
Actually, I said all that wrong. It was dark chocolate and cookie butter, and we named it the Chewbacca. And then when someone else said, well, we should try white chocolate and cookie butter, we called that the Wampa.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fitting.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So
I'm very proud of that. I actually put that on my resume.
well, so I'll just say this: there is a name that we've talked about it here, but we don't have a corresponding drink, and no one has come up with a Vader.
Oh yeah.
I think a Vader should be
Hey, well, maybe you want to wait.
an iced mocha with almond milk and easy ice.
That's your drink.
That's not.
Okay, that's it.
It's not very menacing.
Easy
Can you get some Vader ordering that?
Yeah.
Iced mocha.
Don't go too heavy.
Hey, should we have a contest here? Somebody. Nobody ever comments anyway. I was going to say somebody could come up with a recipe.
A recipe for a Vader. We have
Vader.
people who've tried, but they haven't come up with a satisfying combination. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Obviously
I mean, it's got to be dark, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
It
It
should
should be
be.
dark and it's got to be
Gotta have
salty.
espresso.
Yeah.
Dark and
Yeah,
salty.
because he's all sweaty on the inside,
Salted
Oh,
caramel.
sweaty on the. Oh, I don't want to know.
Chocolate and salt. It's coming
All
to
right.
me. All
Okay.
Thanks.
Rob's thinking.
Yeah.
Our wheels are turning.
Frank's kind of partial to the Lando. He likes that one.
I do.
He likes the Lando.
I do love smoothies.
Lando because it's dark, sweet, and smooth. That's how we came up with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, he even calls him a smoothie in this movie.
Yeah.
So much of nerd culture kind of finds its home at Grouchy John's. Where do you fit into that scenario?
Me?
Are you a nerd?
I'm a reformed nerd. I don't know. I was a nerd when I was a
reformed.
kid. No, I'm kind of nerdy now, but with operating the business like I do,
cool.
I don't have a lot of time to collect like you guys, and I wish I had more time to collect comics, and to watch movies, but I do enjoy all of it. I mean, there's none of it that I don't enjoy. Yeah. So, and what I enjoy most is as the Grouchy Nation has grown, we have welcomed nerds of all types, and I really enjoy nerd enthusiasm. You know what I mean? I really enjoy when because I'm not that picky. I really enjoy when someone's way into something, and so I think that's contagious, right? No matter what it is, whether it's Harry Potter or Star Wars or the DC universe or the Marvel universe or whatever it is, when someone's that into something, I think it's that energy is contagious and good for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Agree.
It's good to be passionate, right? So that's why we're welcoming of all nerd faiths.
That's a good way of saying it, nerd faiths.
No matter what it is, whether it's we've got board game people, we've got everybody coming in. So
artists, a lot of people come in and
right.
Their art in there.
Yeah. We've got there's actually a group that meets now on Saturday afternoons. A big group of painters and illustrators who kind of just informally get together and do a bunch of work in the shop, and so that's fun to watch. It's grown, so yeah.
I saw that a couple Saturdays ago, and I was like really intrigued. It was really cool.
Yeah,
sit there and see everyone.
That particular group, it runs the gamut from beginners to professionals, and they're always so welcoming and they're always so encouraging of each other. And so that's good to see. And so I think that's part of the nerd ethos, isn't it? I mean, no matter what you're into, you kind of share that enthusiasm and you learn from each other and share as much as possible. So, yeah.
That was cool. I like those guys. Oh, I thought Frank. I know. We all looked at Frank.
I was stuck here.
I thought you were going to have a comment.
I really do. Like, I love all the artwork and stuff, and I just love that you guys do this. Sorry, I was just readjusting over here. I was starting to slide in my chair a little bit.
No, you look like you're really going to come out with some profound.
No, I love going there and seeing all the artwork that you do have there.
Thanks.
Like, I go to a lot of museums when I get the chance. Well, not around here because it's harder to get to. And it's so easy to peruse, but when I go back up to Chicago, I love to go back there and look through all that stuff. And to see just original work is just like one of my favorite things. And I only get to see it on First Fridays now pretty much out here. And for you to have it like every time I go in there, I see something new, I'm like, oh my God, it just keeps getting better and better. So
it's like a mini First Fridays.
It is.
Yeah.
All the time.
There's like probably 10 or 15 different artists represented.
Right, and we've reached a point now where artists are coming in and hanging their work in the shop and not telling us. So we'll just be walking in and there's something new on the wall. And we're like, what is this? And so it's happened a couple of times now. Where
certain
there's
walls
just something.
belong to certain people.
Hey,
Right. So Tommy has his corner.
Yeah.
And so and I think just by the sheer weight of all of the work in that corner, no one's kind of
they kind of leave his
intruded on his corner.
Yeah, you don't want to impose on
what we tell artists is that as long as there's an open spot, you're welcome to hang there. You can please put up something that tells us how much to charge if someone wants to buy it, and some contact info so we know who to pay or who to contact if something happens to it. But stuff will just show up. And we don't really have. There's no theme. There's no, we can't have stuff that's so crazy it disturbs people. But luckily that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
So we're.
Rob has a photo there.
I have a piece.
You
there.
do. You have
piece there.
And I've sold a couple.
Yeah, you sold a couple prints.
you also asked beforehand.
Yes.
Yes, and I love that print.
Thank
That
you.
is a great print. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then you also have a connection with Critical Care because Grouchy John's just recently became one of their...
Right. Critical Care Comics were one of the drop-off points for
Yes.
anyone who wants to donate comics. And it's that's one of the charities that we really believe in and want to support as much as possible. So I don't know if you've talked about Critical Care.
Yeah, we've had them on the show before.
Yeah, okay, you
so
have. Yeah,
Danny,
that's right.
Danny's
That's
been
right.
on, and then
Danny's great, and we've known Danny for a long time. He built our original website. He built the little tunes we use in all of our,
those are
all our graphics.
Yeah.
And it's great to see that the Critical Care mission has kind of grown from just a couple of people to visiting all the local hospitals.
I think they said 50 employees as well.
Really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Including that included all the
agents.
agents and the heroes at the same time.
Yeah. So we're glad to be a part of that. So community focus has always been an important part of our business model, and Critical Care is one of the key pieces of that. So,
What about any crazy stories that you can share?
crazy stories.
That's not going to get anyone in trouble or offend anyone.
Well, you have to subscribe to Grouchy John's on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot.
Oh yeah, because the conversations
every
are
once
pretty.
in a while we get they post a conversation that are pretty
The
amusing.
barista conversation.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
those
baristas conversations
That are
pretty
really
interesting.
about drinks, but but when read a certain way, they
Yeah.
kind of
You can
could be
construe.
more, but they're actually taken from real life. Everyone who works there constantly says that we should do like a reality show based on the craziness that happens.
I said that.
So
when we did when we were doing our our toy show, and I was like, we should do one at Grouchy John's.
I don't know. I don't know how the interview process at Grouchy John works, but we just seem to have attracted it's a really great crew, and I'm super happy with all of them. But it's a huge mix. They're all very different, and when they get together, it's an asylum. I'm actually kind of surprised anything gets done, but it's worked so far, and we couldn't be happier with the crew we have. But yeah, they are. It's always entertaining to show up and work with who shows up, and so yeah. We'll see if the reality show ever happens, but we put some of that out on the. And we do get in trouble sometimes. Sometimes, there are people who are like, "Hey, it's you got a little too far," and we have to kind of rein it back, especially in the lobby. They get a little, loud. But I'd rather have that problem than the opposite.
Right.
I mean, I think enthusiasm and energy is important.
Yeah.
So.
Nobody goes there because they want a sterile, quiet environment. They know, I mean, it's a homey kind of a place, and that's kind of,
right.
That's the atmosphere.
We do want, we do welcome kids, and
well, yes.
so it is a family place, and I happen to love the more kids around, the better. I just like, whole families being around. Right. So
they love it in there.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
I love to watch the kids come in and just walk over and look at all the toys and look at all the art, and they just they go crazy in there.
Hit the game shelf and play some games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
What's the strangest item you've ever received there?
The strangest item?
Like as far as like maybe artwork or maybe something that somebody wants displayed.
Well, so the strangest, by far, the strangest thing that ever happened is someone. Well, you've been to the shop. There's a place where people put out their business cards.
Yes. Yeah.
And so one day we noticed that this business card was up on there, and it was an artist who was selling human bone jewelry, and there were pictures on the card of like these earrings made from human bone and these bracelets made from human bone, and so well, that's one of the things. So we also are a favorite haunt of local law enforcement.
Yeah.
So it was one of them who noticed this card like sitting. I didn't even know it was there. It was with the other business cards, and he goes, "Hey, what's this?" And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Just showed up on the shelves.
Sorry. And it was just this business card that said, if you're interested, there was a phone number and everything. So he took it and went away, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know what this is. I took the cards down because we didn't know, but it turns out, so the officer who took the card ended up coming back and saying, actually, it's all legit. This person sources their human bone internationally, and there are places where they harvest human remains and so they get it it's all above board and legal apparently, but yes. And then
sounds a little sketchy.
This artist or crafts person then ends up making these little bone earrings and stuff.
Wow.
So that's the weirdest thing.
That's definitely weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked that question.
And once those cards ran out, the person never came
never
back
came
in.
back.
No.
They never, so I don't know what happened, and I didn't buy any myself, so I don't know how legit it was.
I like
Wow.
the business card shuffle there, like how people move their cards around to get in the front.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Jockeying for
5
position.
layers deep, and everybody's like moving them like
Well, as
chess
encouraging
pieces.
as you want to be of local business, and you want to represent the local community as much as possible up there, I can't imagine that your business success hinges on your business card placement at Grouchy John's,
Right,
but
right.
apparently there are people who really have a lot at stake there and are really invested on where their cards are at.
I put mine once on top with all the Grouchy guys,
Uh-huh.
and I noticed it got moved down real quick. Like up there with Tommy and JJ
Yeah.
and John. And
Sorry, man, that wasn't me. You're welcome there anytime, Rob.
So
That
you got
is
off
too
the
funny.
hook with the story. Was there something you were thinking about? You want to leave us with a
With a funny story?
well, with a crazy tale or something? You got an
Oh.
anecdote that you can share with us?
It's like when someone asks you to tell a joke. It's,
Yeah.
you just,
Oh,
it
yeah.
just goes
Freeze.
completely
Freeze.
blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, this is a family-friendly
Right.
podcast, so there are other ones I could tell you, but nothing comes to mind right now.
We'll think about it for next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
sure.
If there's going to be a next time, sure. Yeah.
Definitely going to be another next time.
All right.
So do you guys want to wrap this up with our little versus thing, and then
Yes.
Yes,
All
the
right.
verses.
so we usually end with some kind of versus question where we have pit two things against each other and just get everyone's opinion.
Kind
on
of
it.
point counterpoint type
Right.
thing.
So, in honor of Grouchy John's, and you actually mentioned the drinks, the Sith and the Jedi. So, two drinks that they have at Grouchy's. You already explained what they were. Jedi white chocolate with coconut, and then Sith was
Dark
chocolate with coconut. So, with those drinks in mind, if you had to pick one faction of Force wielders in the Star Wars universe, would you side with the Jedis or would you side with the Sith?
Dark chocolate all the way, baby.
What?
I'm going Sith. What?
Well, Sith,
Uh-oh, Patty just learned
Look at my
something
Darth
about
Vader
you.
shelf.
I was going
it's
to
like
say,
you
yeah.
grew another head. Wow, she did not
She
expect
doesn't
that
even
answer.
know you anymore. Look at that.
We're in our Star Wars room, and I challenge you to find a single good guy anywhere around you.
I see
Oh, just the
Han
vintage.
and
Yeah.
Chewie. Don't start.
Yeah, but see, carbonite?
Well, 98% are.
But we're talking about the ethos, the Sith ethos versus the Jedi ethos.
If you want to get that
Are we
deep,
talking-
Oh, whoa, all right. I didn't know how deep we're
Absolutely.
going to get here. Or we're just talking about colors. Okay, all right.
you could go surface level. You can go deep. You know. We're,
Okay, if we're just talking about the drink, then I agree with Rob that dark chocolate's better. But I remember being 9 years old and seeing the first movie when it first came out. And so I've always thought of myself as a Jedi. So even back then, so I have a story about that, about what happened in the first movie. I mean,
Please.
Yeah, let's do
were
that.
you guys even alive back then? So,
Yes. Yes.
huh?
I was a year older than you.
Okay, well, so my dad was an officer in the Air Force, and this was 1977, and we were stationed in Wichita Falls, Texas, and he had heard about this movie coming out, so he took us one night to the movies, and we saw this mind-blowing movie, Star Wars. We weren't ready for it. We hadn't seen trailers or anything. We didn't know what we were getting
You
into.
went in cold.
See?
Yeah, we
Wow.
went completely cold.
Wow.
And I was 9 years old, and my dad, we all see this crazy, great movie that opened up our minds. We get back in the car and into our Chevy station wagon to drive home on this, lonely Texas highway. And my dad is even more excited than I am about this movie, and he's just talking a mile a minute about how great this movie is. And this, the old station wagons, they had like the couch seats. So this is back when people really weren't worried about seatbelts.
Safety.
So I sat in the back seat, but I'm leaning over the front seat. And my dad, I've never seen him so excited about a movie. And I'm excited, so the whole family's going crazy. My little brother and sister are there. And I realized as we're driving that all the overpasses on the highway are going by really fast, like we're in the trench. You know what I mean? And I look over, and the old speedometer was this, a needle that has a long speedometer. And it was pegged. I'm like, Dad, slow down. He was doing like 160 miles an hour down the highways. He's talking about Star Wars. He was going to kill us all. And so he had to take his foot off the gas and go, oh, I'm sorry. So that's how excited we were when we first saw it. Yeah, with no seatbelts. No seatbelts. This
Stay
giant
on target.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that thing was a boat. But ever since that first time, I thought of myself as Luke Skywalker. So yeah.
So Jedi.
Total.
All right, so we got a Sith and a Jedi.
Yeah.
Drink Sith all the way. That's what I get if I don't get the Lando. Otherwise, I'd have to go with Jedi. I have to go with the light side.
Well, I'm not going to talk about the drinks because I have some weird concoction that I drink. So,
Yeah.
but I would go with the Jedi since
Ooh, I'm outnumbered.
since my favorite character is Mace Windu. I would have to go with the Jedi.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that. There needs to
Patricia?
be.
Jedi all the way.
You're not a coffee drinker.
I'm not a coffee drinker, so this is just about the ethos.
All right.
I
Good.
choose the light.
You can get it as a shake.
It's important to have one.
Any of their specialty blended drinks they can do as shakes.
That's true. That is true.
Or steamers.
Yeah, that's right. She does usually get a steamer.
She does, yeah.
I like
Shaker
the black
steamer.
and white steamer, actually.
There you go.
See, I'm duality.
Wow.
Oh,
There you
wow.
go.
It just got deep again.
So we have a little bit of business to take care of. We got to pick a winner for our
Yeah, our Instagram contest that you had going on.
Yes, and I've made it way more complicated than it needs to be, but you got this. Forgive us because we don't do this all the time.
Shocker.
But I've given everyone a token for each entry. They had to tag people, up to 5 people in their on the comments, and then for every tag they got a token. So now I've put the tokens in here, but I thought if we just pull the first one out and that's the winner, that's so anticlimactic and boring that I thought we'll pull until we get a double for the first one.
Ooh, a double token.
A double, and that one will be the winner. Does that make sense?
Yes.
JJ?
So are you ready? Do you want...
Oh yeah, and actually we're gonna film. I don't think I brought my. Yeah, I did. My phone's right there. So we're gonna film part of it, and we're gonna show it tomorrow, because the podcast doesn't come out till Friday.
Right.
But I'm gonna put this out as a teaser tomorrow.
Or yesterday if you're watching the podcast on Friday.
Or
that's-
next week if you're.
Ooh, time travel.
Yeah.
All right.
Our timeline.
So that's a lot of entries.
That is. No, I was impressed. There was a lot of people that did that with a lot of tags.
We got about 3 more follows on the page today.
Hey, that's
Alright.
3 more than I
Am
had
I
before.
choosing?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
the man.
okay, all right.
So pick one out and lay it on the table and say which one it is. Is green with an X, right?
Green with is that a?
Well, it's either an X or a circle, so that's an X.
Okay, that's an X.
All
Green
right,
circle.
So green with an X.
All right, green with an X. Need music.
Yellow with an X.
Yellow with an X.
Just like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber in the vintage collection.
Oh, I picked 2 there. Hold on.
Ooh, Sith.
Pink with an X.
This could go on a while.
Yeah, it could.
Uh-oh.
Pink
The pink or orange?
with nothing.
Pink with nothing.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
All right.
No pink nothings.
The suspense is killing me.
Ooh.
We're gonna speed this up. If it keeps going on, I'll just make it go faster.
Green with an X.
Green with an X.
Oh, all right.
That's 2.
That's 2.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let me check
All
the
right.
chart and see who green with an X is.
Green with an X.
Green with an X. Bounty Hunter 66.
All right.
Woo!
Congratulations, Bounty Hunter 66.
Sounds like somebody who likes Boba Fett, probably.
Or
So-
maybe Bosk. IG-88.
Well, he entered a Boba Fett
Dengar.
contest. So yeah, awesome. Congratulations, Bounty Hunter 66.
Dog the bounty hunter.
What did they
Or
win?
sin.
What did they win?
Did you just
They
say
won
dog?
Yes, I did.
A box of VTS and Boba Fett swag.
Okay.
A Boba Fett
All right.
poster, some figures, some VTS stuff. You're gonna get a sticker beat. Probably already got one.
Okay. And can I
Just
throw
put it
a
in
gift
there.
card in there?
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
they may not be local,
Okay. All right.
but
Well, we have online stuff.
That's true. They do have online stuff.
Wow.
There we
That's
go.
generous. Thank you.
Thank you.
all right.
We'll throw a gift card in
we'll
there.
do that.
We got a gift card from Grouchy John's also.
So there you go.
Oh, thanks,
Toss
JJ.
in there.
That's
Awesome.
awesome.
pretty
Thank you
awesome.
very much. And so there you go. That's our
Very
gift
cool.
contest. That's our squadcast number 26.
We do have Brad's. It's coming
that's
up
right.
Sunday. So
Yes.
the first Sunday
Yeah,
of the month, Brad has his little swap type thing going.
Yeah, toy
so
sale.
I'm gonna have a table there. Hopefully you guys can join
I'm
me.
gonna come out if you're gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there and just trying to unload some stuff and just meet some people. So
What are you gonna have there? Anything you want to talk about?
all the leftovers from the toy con.
Hey, I'm gonna bring some blind bags.
Hey, that's cool. That'll
So we'll
work.
have some blind bags out there. Brad's Toy Store on Boulder Highway.
Yep.
Sunday.
I believe it starts at 11, but double check all Brad's social media. He's got all the times up there.
So that would be April 7th. Correct?
And then he's got stuff going on throughout the day. There's big pop events and different things. And every time I've gone, it's been a really large crowd of people. So it's a good time. So come
We're
and check it
planning
out.
on being there.
Yeah, come see us Sunday at Brad's.
Sunday.
What's the next exciting thing for Grouchy's?
The next exciting thing for Grouchy's,
What's happening?
I have not. We're doing Tommy's monthly painting class, April 30th.
Is that the Snoopy?
That's the
Vegas
Snoopy
Golden Knights?
in the Golden Knights jersey.
So it's kind of like the wine and canvas.
We
but
call
this
it
is
caffeine and canvas. We do it once a month. We're actually going to add another date because of demand, so we haven't decided what date.
Nice.
It's going to be the following Tuesday.
You get to
That's
work
cool.
with Tommy and create.
He teaches it. It's a 2-hour class, and you walk out with something you painted.
I've
So-
gone twice. And I've
We've done the Boba Fett class with
Yeah,
him.
we did.
It was
the
fun.
Boba Fett. Yep.
Yeah.
So cool.
We talked about having Tommy on the show. We just got to sync up schedules.
So if you're listening or watching, Tommy, we're ready for you.
And I want to see you in that arrow jacket. That was the coolest thing I ever saw. That was awesome.
All right.
We got some new viewers too, so shout out to Ben. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Thanks,
Very
Ben.
cool.
Thanks,
All right.
And everybody,
And everyone else, if you're new,
like, subscribe, share.
spread the word.
Do what you gotta do.
You guys good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you guys for showing up
Thanks.
and watching us.
Thanks, JJ.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, and wait, we forgot one thing.
What?
Uh-oh, what?
Why are we all wearing our blue shirts?
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Frank, that was your job.
I know.
You had one job,
I
Frank.
literally
Sorry.
did. We're wearing this for. We're all wearing blue for autism awareness. Today specifically, it's April 2nd. Everybody wears blue, but for the month of April is Autism Awareness Month, so we all very much support it and are very much involved in that in our lives. So if you get a chance, please celebrate it and pass along the good word.
Very
Thank
good.
you. Beautiful said.
All right. With that being said, then we are VTS, and VTS is
Out.
Out.